Congressman Ryan.
I would simply say I couldn't disagree with Debbie more. It does fund abortions. But on an executive order, that is not the rule of law. That's the rule of man. One man can sign an executive order, and one man can repeal that again, the President of the United States. So for those of us in the pro-life movement and my Democrat friends who are pro-life, that doesn't cut it. An executive order is not something that is permanent law like the Hyde Amendment. So we just do not see that as something sufficient to actually permanently prohibit taxpayer funding of abortions.
Well, I'd argue it isn't even necessary to add that language because the bill absolutely is status quo on the Hyde Amendment, does not provide federal funds. In fact, that's why the Catholic Health Association, the nuns, the significant Catholic groups have all endorsed the
bishops
healthcare
of the
reform.
authority and the bishops say, take it, I'm a Catholic, let me tell you, the bishops of the authority, not the hospital administrators,
I'm sure the nuns
and
would
they say this funds abortion.
I'm sure the nuns would be surprised to learn that they don't have the right to weigh in on healthcare reform.
Hospital administrators are not the keepers of the doctrine, the bishops are.
I'm curious about Wasserman-Schultz and Ryan arguing about the Catholic Church, but as they say, politics makes strange bedfellows. Let's talk about money. Congressman Ryan, the Democrats say that when you take the Senate bill and then you add to it the reconciliation fix-it bill that's also going to, they hope, be passed today, $138 billion in deficit savings over the next 10 years. You're a money man. That's pretty impressive.
Let me see if I can break that down for you, because we've seen some...
You brought your Ross Perot?
I brought my Ross Perot chart for you, because we've gotten letters from the Congressional Budget Office subsequent to those analyses. And what the Democrats are saying is this thing gives you a plus 138, no deficit. But when you take all the double counting from the Class Act, taking those premiums to this new program, taking $53 billion from Social Security for this new program, the $71 billion that it's going to take to cost this, the $398 billion that are being taken out of the Medicare Trust Fund to pay for this new program, you have a $454 billion deficit. The Speaker 2 days ago said...
This is over the first 10 years.
This is over the first 10 years. The Speaker said 2 days ago she's passing the doc fix, which prevents that cut to doctors' payments in Medicare. You add that, and according to the Congressional Budget Office, the deficit is $662 billion over the first 10 years. This isn't Paul Ryan saying this. This is the Congressional Budget Office analysis. When you look at the actual details of this bill and you take the gimmicks and the smoke and mirrors, the double counting out.